Today we're making the most delicious, juicy chicken thighs in the air fryer and telling the story of how I was put on food stamps. So I got pregnant when I was 20 and I'm back at my parents' house in their basement. Needless to say, after getting a full scholarship to a really prestigious school and going to private schools all my life, this was pretty humbling. Chicken goes into the marinade and you're gonna wanna keep it in there for at least 2 hours, preferably overnight, into the air fryer at 400 for about 25 to 30 minutes. So I'm like, what do you mean I have to go on government cheese? Like, we're not poor. And my parents are like, we're not poor, you're poor. It seems like to me, this is kind of like abuse of the system on my parents' part because, people who really need this assistance. I was like, we have brie like upstairs. Like, can I eat some of your cheese? And they were like, no. So I go into the WIC cheese office and see this girl. I went to middle school with her and she's helping run the program. She was shocked, let's just say that. And I was mortified. So now we're gonna make the dipping sauce, which is like an herby yogurt dipping sauce. Green onion, 2 cloves of garlic, parsley, stems mostly removed, a bunch of basil, some mint, homemade mayonnaise, about a half a cup, equal parts Greek yogurt, salt, candied jalapenos, olive oil, the juice of half a lemon. That is nuts. This is what the consistency should look like. If it's a little too thick, you can add some milk. So fast forward 20 years and I had my own booth at a really big art show in Palm Springs. And I think I had 6 gigantic portrait paintings there. And this girl who worked at the WIC cheese desk, lived in LA, she still does. And she drove 3 hours to see my booth. And I hadn't seen her in a billion years. And she just gave me the biggest hug and she said, you did it. You made it. Look at you. Just look at you. And I think I started crying at that point. It was like a really touching moment. Look at these. So, we talk all the time now. And she was like, you don't know where I was at that point. I was working 3 jobs. Like she was 19, I was 20. Like, it's kind of wild. You just never know. You never know where somebody's coming from or if their wealthy parents are going to put them on welfare. So good.